killed his pops, offed his pops, and streamed it. Streamed the beheading on YouTube for a little bit till they took that shit down. What's going on, fellas?
This motherfucker got 5,000 views before they cut him off, man. That's better than our podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, not to knock, but if it bleeds, it leads.
There you go.
You know?
Hey, what is
We're
that
not
called?
doing that. We low and slow, brother. We the pot roast. You know,
Hey, we need to start beheading
simmer for a
motherfuckers. That's
minute.
all the bullshit.
Yeah. Well,
Nah.
you know, it's got to be a parent.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that. They said that the video was up for 6 fucking hours.
Yeah. Before
That's
somebody.
crazy.
But let us say something out of pocket, you know, and we down, you know,
Immediately.
we on timeout real quick, fast.
And
You
the interesting thing is that this is what every fucking black creator is saying. 6 hours. But if we tell our people, hey man, stand up, do for self, let's respect each other. If too much of that shit get out, oh no.
Oh, the episode's up, but it's muted.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many times that shit happened? I'm
Yeah.
calling old man, like, man, what you do to our shit? Wasn't me.
Right. You
I
know,
was like, what do we do? I don't know.
it's just gone.
It's gone, bro.
Remember that shit? So if you guys, I know you guys probably read about it, but just to enlighten everybody else who didn't catch the story, this cat is very, very a very, very far right Trump supporter. And far.
Yeah.
I think he drove to the road, wasn't there any fucking more, and if it was just a cliff, and he debated on. Matter of fact, he did drive off that bitch because he decided to kill his father because he was a Democrat. The same man, I think his father worked for the government, if I'm correct.
I think
And
so.
this same man that worked and took care of this boy, whose house he was living in at 30-something years old, had some of that what do they call it? That white fragility. And got upset with his daddy, man, cut his head off and streamed the shit and was talking about, you know, Black Lives Matter of all somehow it always come back to black, baby. You know what I'm saying? And you know how the country is being ran poorly, and the country, like you know, and our country is not what it used to be. So cutting your fucking dad's head off was
That's what I don't understand. How
like
these
that
guys
was a
make that-
righteous act. You know
yeah,
what I
they
mean?
make that leap. You know, like, oh, my dad was acting. He woke up today and he was acting woke.
Right. Yeah.
What?
Right.
You know what I mean? Again, you still don't understand what the fuck woke mean. People,
Right.
please Google the word woke and then
Yes.
think about how many times you misused that word.
Yeah, because they told you to, because they don't like some shit. First of all, that shit ain't got nothing to do with transgenders or inclusiveness or anything like that.
Anything.
It is simply for black people to stay alert, watch your
Thank you.
surroundings,
Keep
watch
your
for
head
the
on
hook,
swivel. Yeah,
watch for the griff, watch for the incoming hurt. Just keep your head on the swivel.
that's it.
And it's been taken. A lot of people attributed to a speech that then President Obama gave at the time, where he said something negative about being woke. We're not gonna get in all of that, but you know, there's a I notice a lot, fellas, and you could correct me, man. You can tell me what you think. A lot of the time, man, we keep hearing people say on the left, on the left, on the left, on the right. When you hear the politicians, they don't even talk about the policies or what the people actually feel. It's just, are people on the right, across on the right, across the aisle on the right, or across on the left. And you know, these people who really can't think on their own, man, they buy into this shit and they take it to heart. You know, this kid was a college graduate and all this, and obviously he was a failed fucking person. And
Incel.
incel, yeah. And because ain't nobody that's fucking gonna be cutting no heads off.
Because that's probably his trip. He was like, he ain't getting no ass. He white.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, dude, how do I waste? You know, why am I wasting my whiteness? I got a college degree. You know, why ain't these girls throwing it at me? You know, just frustrated, and decide to take it out on the closest person to him, and decide, fuck it, I'm gonna crash out. And
Ladies,
daddy gonna have to pay for this.
ladies, y'all got to fuck these dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, I mean, be you know what I'm saying? It should be a service. Think about this. There was a cat, another incel. He hadn't had, this was a little, maybe 10 years ago, maybe a little more. He hadn't had no ass since 1994. So he walked up into a LA Fitness and started shooting women.
Mm-hmm.
Some director or producer's kid down in LA. He was half Asian, half white. Got upset because he figured my dad got money. We rich. I'm good looking. Why the girls ain't looking at me? Why they looking at these black dudes over here? And killed all of his fucking friends. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's the entitlement, man.
It's the entitlement, man. Like, come on, baby. You know what I mean? Like, then to say Black Lives Matter, so because black folks standing up for themselves. Should we have said Black Lives Matter also? You know, or Black Lives Matter with everybody else? Is like, just like, no, motherfucker, you did some crazy shit because you nuts, and you was probably mad because he cut the power off, or he told you to go in stop going in his refrigerator, even up his sardinias and shit.
He told me he changed the Wi-Fi.
He changed the Wi-Fi.
I was like, you have to use your phone as a hotspot from now on. You hear me? With your grown ass. And he wasn't feeling it, and wait for dad, to get caught slipping in the lazy boy. And what happened.
That's sad, man.
Up, man. That is tragic.
It's sad.
Extremely. It's time to bring back prostitution in America legally.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Just pay a couple dollars and
get that stress out. Yeah, man. Release that beast and leave your parents alone. Shit. I'm sure dad would have paid for that one. Like, yeah, man, go over there and get Junior off, please. Cause he getting on my last nerves. He ain't got no motivation. He just frustrated.
That's it.
That's
all it is, man. He just frustrated sexually.
Man, you see where he had to turn in his marijuana card just to get a gun.
Wow.
Yeah, so they said the gun he used to off his dad, he got the day before or something like that, but he had to turn his medical marijuana card in first before he could pick it up.
Yep. See,
that motherfucker
had
stuck with weed, bro. Blue balls. Yeah,
that's all it is. That's what we're diagnosing the situation in. We don't know. We don't want to even get into his head, but we just speculating on what we think might be the issue because we keep seeing this fucking trend.
The dude drove to a National Guard base, tried to mobilize the troops.
Man, stop, man.
Like if you look at what he was ranting about, the border crisis and immigrants and all kinds of stuff, man. Like,
so how do you jump to your dad instead of going and joining that caravan of those folks? You heard about those folks that's driving down to the border. They raising funds and shit. I forget what they called or whatever. It's a shit show, but jump in with them, man. Catch a ride. But this shit, you gonna just turn to your dad and be like,
"Dad was the enemy. He was
Biden." Yeah.
And then he was working for the government. Inside trader is what it is referred to him as.
All that was taking care of his lifestyle.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
That's what I don't understand. It's like, get your hands off my Obamacare shit.
Yeah. No, he cut your goddamn Wi-Fi off.
Yeah, get your government hands off my Obamacare. That type of logic. So I don't know.
He cut the goddamn Wi-Fi off, and that's what hurt this motherfucker. Turner Diary reading motherfucker. But you hit the nail on the head. That's like the racist manifesto and shit. The militia racist. But listen, man. I agree with you, man. I know y'all be looking at me, but look, man, I don't agree with the shit that's going on down at the border. I don't like none of this catch and release. They should have kept the remain in Mexico agreement in place, and I think it's either the first or third safest country shit in place. That being said, if I had that much of a problem as this young punk did, because I'm not even gonna call him a man, go down there and lay out some razor wire, motherfucker. Don't kill your daddy. The man that you wouldn't be here if he didn't get a nut. He fucked, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Go buy a little ass and you be good, man. They do. I'm convinced we need our own red light district. We just need a patch of land. They need to vet some of these chicks, give them health care. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they taken care of by the state, and then man, go, because I ain't never fucking wanted to hurt somebody. I wanted a cigarette and go to sleep.
There you go.
It's medicine.
There you go. And a couple lemon peppers.
There you
and yeah, man, and a little slice of pound cake. Just leave me be. Some lemon peppers and a little bit of pound cake. Shit, that's a night for the boy.
Need some dry ranch wings. I was good.
Don't forget the dry ranch.
So the cast that are complaining about the immigrants crossing the border, this and that, the truth of the matter is most of these people are just overstaying their visas. And did you see where Mexico was like, hey, if you want us to help you fight illegal immigration, we're going to need you to take care of these Americans that are down here in Mexico first. So what people don't realize is that there are a lot of Americans down in Mexico right now who have overstayed their visas, and they're just living down there because it's so much cheaper. They're ruining the Mexican economy by, just going out there and buying out, land and everything underneath these Mexicans because they can't afford to compete, dollar wise.
Well, that's a big fucking difference. First of all, it ain't that they overstaying their visas, man. These motherfuckers is literally rushing the border and applying for asylum. That's why they don't want us. That's why they don't want people to call them illegal, because it's not like they're all applying for it. What it is they're taking the names, and whereas again they would leave them in Mexico, now they're just releasing them. All right, you signed up. Here's a court date. You can go into the country. Abbott is saying, well, no. Eric Adams, it was Lori Lightfoot at the time, but now Brandon Johnson over. It's happening in Michigan, in I think Denver. They were like, all right, we'll just bust these motherfuckers to you. You look up at NY versus where they saying the American. And I get that. I'm not. Who's the president? Is it still Vicente Fox down there?
I don't know.
Mexico.
Yeah. I'm not saying he's wrong. I don't want to hold the show up. I'm not saying he's wrong. What I'm saying is, y'all not giving these American motherfuckers $9,000 in rent. You know what I'm saying? Prepaid debit cards for food. Y'all not putting them up in 5-star hotels. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers aren't scrambling to give away the taxpayers' money from the city because the federal government causes problem and they're not helping them with that shit. It's a big difference, but okay. If that's what you want to say, fine. Take the Americans back, but you take these. I guarantee 3.8. It ain't 3.8 million Americans down there versus the 3.8 that came across last year. 3.5, 3.8.
All right. All right. Get this pasty bastard off.
Yeah, get this. Yeah, his dad. That's a retard, baby.
Yay, back.
I'm not talking special needs, people.
Oh,
that's a retard. You see his eyes go like this?
You talk about, am I my brother's keeper?
Oh.